What's up, everybody? Ty Bartel in with another edition of Player Profile. This time we go to the other side of the middle infield with the second baseman of the Canfield Cardinals softball team, Sid Lutz, joining me today. Sid, how we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad. Talk to me about just the excitement for the season as you guys gear up. The weather is getting to be softball weather outside, it feels like early on in March. What's the feeling? What's the anticipation like for this season?
I'm really excited to start this season, especially coming off last season. I think our momentum is going to be really strong, and I'm excited to play with my team.
Senior year, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Correct,
So, what
yes.
kind of feelings does that bring going into this year too? Is there different emotions now, knowing that it is going to be the last ride in the black, red, and white?
Yeah, it's pretty emotional to think about, but I'm trying not to think about it just yet. I just want to have fun with my teammates this year.
Let's talk about the first chapter and where softball kind of all began for you. What's some of your earliest memories, and what kept you involved with the sport?
My earliest memories came from T-ball, definitely. My family and we met our best friends from T-ball. So I think just making friends all throughout the years have just kept me going and started my love for the game.
What was like a big moment throughout your softball career that kind of helped you shape who you are today?
Probably my first year in travel ball. I was 8 years old playing in 10U, and I think being so young and getting a lot of experience from that really helped me start going in my career.
I know we were talking about first chapter, but I know there's also going to be a future chapter in store for you. Talk to me about
Yes.
just what's going to be happening after the high school realm and have your sort of ESPN moment here.
Um, After high school, I will be playing at Slippery Rock University, and I'm really excited to join that program and hopefully make an impact.
What kind of led you to commit to Slippery Rock, and what made it feel like home for you in the recruiting process?
I went on a visit, got in touch with the coach. She invited me, so I went on a visit in November. And as soon as I got on campus, it just really felt like home, and I felt a natural pull towards it, and I really love it there.
I know second base is your home position, but you could also play a little bit of outfield as well too. What is the experience in different positions helped you, and I guess realizing more of the sport too and understanding it a little more?
Honestly, just experiencing different positions helped me all throughout my game, and I usually play second, but I'm willing to play anywhere. So.
When you talk about playing second too and having Marina on the opposite side for you at short too and having that kind of middle infield combo, what's that relationship and what's that chemistry been like building with her too all the way up until both of your senior years?
I've been playing with her since I was 10, she's always been to my right, and just having her there makes me feel comfortable, and, she's my best friend, and I love playing with her, and I love all these memories we've made throughout the years.
Do you have a favorite double play that you've turned with her?
Not that I can remember,
You're you're like the
we
next one. The next one is my favorite
yes,
one. For
yes,
sure.
hopefully we make some good ones this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. What is that? What talk to me about just the success too you've had at the plate the last few years in terms of hitting as well as defense. How do you manage both of those two? How do you put time in and work on both of those to be successful on both ends?
Mhm. We do a lot of team hitting and defense over the winter, obviously helping me prepare for the season. But I always go to the barn with my dad in the winter, and we do defense, we do hitting. I do whatever I can in my free time to get better.
How do you kind of approach setting and achieving personal goals each season?
I always I'm wanting to get better, wanting to help my team more. So I'm always working towards that.
You guys have had two runs to the state championship, one that went your way, one that maybe didn't. But how important was mental toughness and developing mental toughness for you personally in these runs the last few years?
It was a very big part of my career, especially sophomore year. It was my first experience on varsity, and I struggled quite a bit sophomore year, but I think it's really helped me become the player that I am today, and I think I'm a lot mentally stronger from that year.
Talking also about, I know you mentioned travel softball in your expertise. How much has playing for travel softball? What is it, Erie Frost Premier? Or at one point, it was it Erie Frost Premier, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
that was last
Okay,
year, yeah.
okay. How much has that kind of contributed to your growth as a player and just playing travel softball?
It's been a really big part of my career, especially helping me to be the player I am today. Playing on Thunder Elite was a very big part as well. I mean, I played for them for 4 years, and now I'm back here this year. So that big organization has just been a really big part of my life.
When you talk about from freshman year until now, what is the thing you're most proud of growth in terms of growth for softball?
I think, honestly, earlier when I said about mental strength and toughness, I think that's my biggest accomplishment because it's become helped me become so much more confident.
I've been liking to do these rapid fire questions with a lot of the players
Mhm.
too, so I want to do some with you as well. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Who is the biggest softball inspiration for you?
Oh, Rachel Garcia,
Okay. Favorite pregame meal, postgame meal for which one?
Chick-fil-A,
Okay. What is the go-to hype song before a game?
Walk It Talk It,
What's the walk-up song for you?
Squabble Up by Kendrick Lamar.
I like that one a lot too. Good choice. Good choice. Favorite softball memory at Canfield High School?
Winning state championship.
That's an easy one, no doubt. Any game day superstitions?
No, none actually.
Oh, so you're clean headed going into it. All right, you're
Yes.
different perspective, different from Marina too on the other side too.
Yes, Marina is
That's
very superstitious.
about a dozen superstitions. Best advice any coach has ever given to you.
Stay positive, don't get down on yourself.
Favorite drill you guys do during practice.
Mm, honestly, any hitting drill, I think.
How do you handle pressure cooker situations?
Just have to remind myself to stay positive and believe in myself.
What is a way you stay motivated after experiencing a tough loss?
I just have to think of my goal, my ultimate goal.
Favorite team tradition?
Oh, bus rides, singing on bus rides.
Who's the funniest on the team?
Sophia Castronova,
Who's the loudest on the team?
Leah Figueroa,
Who's the fastest?
Jenna Terreri,
Who's hitting the most home runs in a home run derby?
Leah.
What's a skill that you would take from any one of your teammates and why?
Mm, I'd probably say Leah's confidence.
Okay,
Um,
go on.
she on the field, she's always, having fun. She's positive, so I would love to have that.
That's the first time I think I've heard confidence as one too. I like that one. I like that one a lot. What are you most looking forward to at Slippery Rock?
Just continuing my softball career, making a lot of new memories with new teammates. So I'm excited for that.
You know how the NFL, the receivers, they have their touchdown celebrations, or anytime you score a touchdown, you have a celebration. If they had
Yes.
that for softball, when you hit home runs or had big hits, what's the celebration, or what's the go to for you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I would have one. I'd have to think about that.
You're too reserved for it. What about for
Yes.
an alternate uniform? If you could do any kind of color scheme, any kind of look, any style, what would an alternate uniform you would design be?
Ooh, I'd probably do all black with red pinstripes and red socks. I think that would look good.
Gloves for baseball and softball players are like marriage. You got to find the perfect one. So, what's the perfect glove for you?
I love my Rawlings.
All right. Has that been the one, the go to for the last few years? Or
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
what's some advice you would give to some younger players or some players coming up through the program that want to see themselves in your shoes one day?
I'd say to never get down on themselves and to just keep working and push past all your negative experiences because it always gets better and you'll get better as a player.
Being a student athlete is has its own set of challenges too, because you are a student first before you're an athlete, and you excel on the field too, but you have to excel too in the classroom to be able to have that opportunity. How do you balance both the athletic side as well as the academic side of high school?
Yes. I think just focusing on my schoolwork and just making sure that I get my work done in time and studying, I think that's very important.
What is a challenge for being a student athlete that you feel like maybe some adults or some coaches and some people may not understand?
Probably the stress of just getting your work done on time. Sometimes it can be a lot, but it's doable.
When you talk about mentally preparing for a big game, what's kind of your strategy for that?
I always listen to music before the game to get ready, and I always send up a prayer.
Personal goals for this upcoming season, you got any?
Um, just to improve my batting average, I would love to, and just make good plays and be strong on defense and offense.
When you talk about being one of the senior leaders for this team, what qualities do you think is required of a good leader, and what do you look to exemplify in those qualities on the field this
Mhm.
year?
I think just being very hardworking, that can have a very big impact on your team around. And all the seniors, including me, we've all been really welcoming to the freshmen and just helping them, you know, just work through their difficulties.
When you talk about going from you being a freshman too and looking up at all those seniors now, the shoes on the other foot, what kind of feeling is that like? Does it feel like a full circle moment for you?
Yeah, it does. I watch them and I'm like, wow, I remember when that was me, and it's just crazy to think about that I'm here now.
When you look at those players too, those younger players, what are some things you wish you could have said to yourself with the knowledge you have now? If you were able to talk to freshman Sid Lutz, what's some advice you'd give to her?
I'd probably tell her that, just it's okay. Like to make a mistake, it's okay. Like I just have to bounce back and just stay positive with myself.
I know we've talked about the winning of the state championship and what kind of monumental moment that is, and it's an exciting moment, one that not a lot of athletes get to experience. But you've also had the opportunity to come up on the losing end of a state championship and experience, I guess, pain that a lot of athletes don't get to experience at that level. How have both of those experience, both losing a state championship and winning a state championship, you feel help shape you both on and off the field as a person?
Losing the state championship was probably one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. And I think coming off of that, it just made me so motivated to, come back next year and win it. And that's what we did. And I think winning the state championship was just so special to me and such a big experience. And I'm so glad it happened. And I think that helped shape me into the athlete I am today.
And there's definitely motivation that can come from pain, no doubt, too. And I love the way you
Yes.
guys had that whole revenge tour last year too,
Yes.
capped
Revenge.
off with that ship. How do you look at this season now? I mean, you guys bring back a lot of players. You're missing a piece in the middle too, and I know some people might be talking about that piece being the defining piece, but a lot of you girls have to be thinking it differently too. There's got to be a hunger in your bellies to kind of show the doubters wrong, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have a chip on your shoulder kind of feeling?
Um, I don't know. I think our defense is very good, and I think our offense is very good, and I think it's all gonna come together. And if people are doubting us, I think we're gonna surprise them.
I'm excited for this season, no doubt. I'm excited for what you girls are going to be able to do. Before I let you go, Sid, I always like to give the student athletes a chance to have the spotlight themselves and shine it on whoever they like, whether that be family, coaches, anybody else that's been an impact or had an impact on you in your softball career and or your life.
Yeah, I just want to thank all my coaches that have helped me get to where I am today, and of course my entire family, especially my parents. They've been through this with me the whole time, and I just want to thank my teammates because I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you.
Shout out to the Canfield community as well. Let them know why they need to be catching this team this year. We saw how big they showed up for that state championship in Akron too. Let them know why the softball diamond is going to be the place to be.
We have been working, we are ready, we are motivated, and I'm so excited for this year.
We're excited for you as well, Sid. Best of luck on the diamond this year, and we're excited to see what you guys are able to do. We'll be talking to you and seeing you again real soon.
Thank you so much.